Hey guys, Thunderbolt here bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Eindhoven country. Playing today spawning in the south way of Khoa. Playing as OKW and immediately locking into Fortifications. Teaming up with him is BZ. Thunderbolt. Guess I'll call him Thunderbolt. Playing as Ostheer and immediately locking into German Infantry. There's some in the north. We have JustLemon playing as US Forces who has mechanized tactical support and heavy cavalry. And finally Arkaboule playing as Soviets and immediately locking into urban defense. This is a Patreon submitted match. Axis random team. I think Khoa was round rank 500. Thunderbolt, no, Khoa ranked 250. Thunderbolt 500 against allied arranged team 500. So not too much engaging so far. MG in the center of Thunderbolt. Doesn't get any suppression in there. Okay, here we go. Sternpires against Rifleman up close. Rifleman trying to avoid. Can be tough around this area. Oh, back and forth, back and forth. Khoa ends up finding the right target though. Getting close range engagement. Got a couple of squads coming in from the other angle, so Sternpires should get out muscled here. No, very early retreat there. Good to see. It is maybe thinking about pushing on to the cutoff here. We do have a tier 1 start from Arkaboule. Oh, hasn't gone for an M3. He's on the left, the other side with the Ostheer player, so it's a fair decision to make. Penal's getting flanked. I mean, flanking the machine gun rather. Another squad of Penals running by though, taking quite a lot of damage from the Grenadiers on their way across. He's capping on the VP there. Keeping the pressure on the machine gun here. And this Penal does manage to force the retreat. And now the Penals fighting quite well against the Grenadiers. Got a rifle squad joining in. Slightly late retreat here from Thunderbolt. Looks like they're going to get away safe though. And with this Penal, looks like he's charging onto the cutoff. Meanwhile, over here, push runs out of steam for JustLemon. And Axe is holding onto the fuel for the moment. Sounds like he's bringing his truck out onto the front lines, but with all this pressure close to the cutoff region, it's a little bit risky. But I think JustLemon, instead of capping the center, I would try charge onto the VP there. I mean, not the VP, the cutoff. I'm closing the distance there. Well, trying to set up a battle group back here. This is a strange position for it, honestly. Like, it's not that close to the front lines or close to the cutoff. You want to come across here for healing. It's going to be quite inconvenient. I don't really approve of that positioning on the battle group, honestly. This is maybe an okay position for like a mechanized, but even then, a little bit out of the way. I guess he's expecting all the fighting to be on the right hand side, but that's not necessarily the case. Quite often in the map it's closer to the center. So yeah, not a huge fan of that positioning. Captain coming in for JustLemon. Did BZ lose a squad? No. It's only gone for 2 Grenadiers. I mean, he's got a mid bunker and tier 2 tech down already. Perhaps somewhat explaining. Oh man, wasn't expecting this. Urban defense has gone for a forward HQ over here.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Okay. This is going to be a lot of pressure here for the Axis early on. Not sure how many incendiary grenades it takes to burn down one of these. Thunderbolt going for a 3rd Grenadier now. It's kind of a strange timing to go for a Grenadier where you could be building your light vehicle instead. Especially given his build. And you know, the ultimate counter to this would be to get a Flamer half-track They'll roast this down real quick, and he does have, you know, close to enough munitions for that. Jumping on top of the cutoff now. Koa actually going for infantry support gun. Ooh. Alpha squad goes down there on retreat. You can also, you know, slowly kill that. So some pretty good early pressure here from the allies, though they were a little bit slow going for the cutoff. And this forward HQ doesn't seem like it's going to last too much longer. Axis trying to reconnect the fuel now. And the HQ slowly going down. Shock troops out from Arkaboule. And yeah, with this commander does have access to the M42, so if he is up against some light vehicles, does have a nice count to them. Ordinarily going for, you know, this many penals and some shock troops is a little bit risky, but you've got the M42 to fall back on. It's not going to matter too much. But by going for this forward HQ, you know, it does cost a decent amount of resources. It's going to slow down a potential light vehicle from Arkaboule. Shock troops closing the distance here. And the HQ is down. Run and gun on the Sturms as they retreat. Oh, MG though there to cover their retreat. That may be the difference maker, allowing the Sturms to retreat. Lobs out a smoke grenade, but a little bit too late. Both the squads were already suppressed, so decides to retreat. That's a good decision. Koa trying to push out with his tech truck. Looks like he's going to try to get it to cover the fuel point maybe. 5-man greens coming in for Thunderbolt. And that will start to cause some issues for the riflemen when they don't have weapon upgrades yet, though JustLemon has locked into tactical support. So we'll have those M1919s coming online shortly. And that can be really handy against those 5-man grenadiers, because playing with bars is not even that good against the 5-man grenadiers. They're just so good. By the time you like close the distance, engagement is super dicey whether you win or lose. You'll stick around for the satchel on the cache. Will it cost them their lives? Trinity is running and gunning. Yes, they go down. Unfortunately there for Arkaboule. Triggering. Got the pack Howie in the middle. And it's coming in now. I can't really hold the line there. Oh man, no healing for Arkaboule yet either. That's very, very late healing. It's going to lead to, you know, a lot more manpower bleed in the meantime. Truck is up. But honestly, you might be able to cap from around this point as the allies and not get hit by the flak base. Does cover the cutoff though as well. It's a reasonable position and quite defensive on top of all that. There's some heavy cover here that he could be making use of. Ooh, the mine! The pack Howie! Nearly enough to get the wipe there. Troops trying to close the distance, not get pinned before that happens. Narrowly skirting around the side. Okay, look, there was a shoe mine over there. No, it's a teller. Man, Green's on the retreat. Didn't necessarily have to retreat them there. Could have soft retreated, popped the med kits, then came back in.
Manufacturing capability has been increased.
T70 coming in now for Arkaboule. A little bit late, but still a reasonable timing. He's making a frontal assault here. Oh, where's he going? Looks like he's going in for a satchel on the machine gun here. Machine gun on the retreat. Satchel coming in. Satchel doesn't end up hitting too much there. Peanuts have to retreat. But Greedy is also retreating. They're super low in health. Decides to just try and conserve that manpower. This is now capping munitions over there. So Axis with some pretty good territory control right now. Let's see if the T-70 can turn that around. Oh, very slow, man. That should have been a Faust on the T-70. Now on the retreat. T-70 doing some nice work here. T-19 is long range, but the pack actually in a nice position there for Thunderbolt. And M1919s are good long range, but if possible, you don't want to be fighting light cover versus heavy. So he ends up pulling back there. And that is one of the weaknesses of this commander. To infantry company, you can't build sandbags with your riflemen, so it can be a little bit harder to have cover for them. You have to get those tank traps down with your rear echelon. There's only one squad of them, and that can be a little bit trickier to get cover in all the right places. Does have one over here. Putting another rifle squad at this stage as well. Right about there for a Sherman timing also. Go with Raketten now, and wow, gone for a forward retreat point in this position. As I said, I don't know, this isn't that much closer to the front lines, and remember, when you do have a forward retreat point enabled, it does have a penalty to your reinforcement time. Big old flank coming in through here. Major RD dropped. They run right on past it. Rear echelon need to get out of there. Mass retreat now. Troops and T-70 doing some nice work over here. T-70 are applying repairs now though. Combat engineers nearby. And yeah, there's that Telemine still there. Would be nice to get the sweepers. Faster repairs on top of spotting those mines. Oh man, this push is just not stopping here for Koa, and managed to get the decoy on the pack howie. Maybe you could get the salvage on it as well. No, we've got a second squad of shock troops there. Good grenades. And that's going to save the pack howitzer. Backing around the corner, coming back in. Oh, and that's a lot of rifles in the retreat path as well. Jumps into the building. There's a slight mistake. If that was a misclick, shock troops. Yeah, there we go. Gets the wipe on one of those squads. Gonna throw out a grenade, but they are retreating on a slightly unusual path thanks to that forward retreat point. So hard to predict their retreat path there. Comes the Sherman though. The echelon should be recruiting the pack howie. Branching out to do some capping instead. Raketten camped close to the center with the cutoff here. Under some pressure from the N1919s, and they're doing some nice damage. Sherman coming in now. So it's the damage from the rifleman. Rifleman backpedal a little bit. Don't quite manage to get the neutralize on the cutoff there. Raketten connects another shot. Sherman low after that, needs repairs. Oh, there's a lot of bleed from the flak base. This is not worthwhile. Okay, pulls out now. That's a lot of manpower bleed though. And no AT gun yet for JustLemon. So this Panzer IV could do a lot of damage. This rifle squad, the freshly built one, doesn't have that one yet. Mine triggered over here. Penal's in some trouble. Panzer IV coming across. Was it a mine? Heard an explosion over there. Close with the Shrek on the cutoff there. Decapping the munitions. MG42 suppressing the shock troops. Bundle grenade in. And Manages to retreat out of harm's way. But a tough timing here. Oh, there was an explosion. That's what it was. T-70 went down to the teller. I thought it was over here, but no, that T-70 finally did hit that teller. And now the Allies paying the price for not recrewing. Pacow, he's going to get stolen, even worse than getting killed. 1919s will work quite nicely against the Obers before they get Vet 2, and that's exactly what you can see there. It's blasting through their health quickly. Anti-tank gun coming out now. And no tier 2 down for Arkaboule, so can't really defend against that. Did put the tier 4 all the way forwards here, but is blocking the machine gun, covering the base, which can backfire sometimes with checking those things. You know, it is nice to put those tech structures forward so you can reinforce on them on your way out of the base, or start reinforcing your team weapons. Don't have to pull all the way back, but in this case, you could backfire in a base assault situation. Something has backfired on me. Thinking about Rishnai, Prava specifically. Yeah, the cutoff. Block your friendly machine gun there. That kind of covers the cutoff a little bit. Okay, we've got PTRSs on the penals. So that will drop the anti-infantry DPS by a significant amount, but he does have the 2 shock troops to make up for that. Either way, it's a tricky composition, you know, like one machine gun can basically shut it all down. Tricky composition to utilize, but just about there for a tank himself. Does have tier 4 down. Is standing by right around here. Just out of range of the pack for the moment. Shock troops maybe allowing the rifleman to get out of there. Does have the Sherman nearby as well. Could pop some smoke on this. Heck, maybe missing its first shot there. Sherman going to get out. As if we're going to chase. M1 is back there though in support and getting through the armor. Sherman still... Oh no. Just switch over to the armor piercing. Nicely done. Big old flank, PTRS is getting on the rear. Some fragmentation bombs coming through though for Thunderbolt. So took down maybe 1 or 2 models, but nothing too devastating. There's still quite a lot of bleed. Oh! I didn't even notice he got that satchel off there. I thought he got suppressed and wasn't in range. Nicely done. Quick look at the KD now. COH doing quite well in that department. Seems like JustLemon suffering a bit. And no cover on this side for the Allies makes these charges into the center just so dangerous. That's partially why they're bleeding so much manpower at the moment. There's the axis with the trenches, with the sandbags. Oh man! Whoa, it doesn't say any friendlies killed there, but it looked like that Panzer IV shot connected for some big damage on its own grenadiers. Maybe the rifleman with the follow-up finishing the job. T-gun missing, then bouncing, so as the 4 gets out of there safely. And yeah, Pacow and infantry support gun. Maybe he was thinking about going for an LEFH, but probably doesn't need that now anymore. Or maybe the Calliope will have something to say about that. Complaint up in the air. Bunker covering the cutoff here as well. Making full use of those fortifications. Nice to see grenade out. Some pretty good damage. Demo charge onto the trees there with the wire. Interesting tactic. Calliope barrage coming in. Targeting the repairing Panzer IV. And the piles go down. Didn't react in time. Got out of there with the Panther, but not with the infantry squad. Good start there for the Calliope, getting the wipe. Didn't get too much veterancy from that though. But you know, did a bit of damage to the Panzer IV as well, but is somewhat slow to vet up. Oh no, you know, I thought he might not go for the LFH since he already had, you know, LEIG and the Pack Alley, but he's still going to go for it. There's a lot of Koa's army tied up in indirect fire here. Maybe it doesn't matter too much right now, still has a bit of room as army size, but could come back to bite him in the not too distant future. Troops doing some good work here. Oh, is he going to retreat past that demo? Yeah, there we go. Nicely done, and gets the wipe with that. With a huge amount of manpower floating at the moment. Looks like he's saving up for the KV2, just going straight for it. Grenade over the trees. Good dodge though from the overs. Well done by Koa. Coming forwards. AT gun needs to spin around for that. No snaring squads nearby, but we got a second AT gun coming forwards. Like how it is, I mean, LFH is dropping in the area though, so AT gun not safe. Neither is this one, actually getting some frontal damage from the Infantry. It is. And the Allies in some trouble here. Troops on the far flank working nicely, but there's a full forces to retreat. AT guns in trouble here for JustLemon. Both of them forced away. This one decrewed. I think I'll come in behind this. Decrew on this one though with the rear echelon. Pull that back for reinforcement. KV2 out now though. Can this be the turning point? Has gone for battle phase 3, which is the right decision in this kind of scenario for Thunderbolt. Upon seeing the KV2, might be thinking Panther. Recon plane up in the air, so you have to be expecting another Calliope barrage coming through shortly. There are some nice team weapons set up here to be targeted. Two coming through the center. See the Calliope rockets actually going long range, going after the back outs are back there. Okay, somewhat unexpected.
We have lost an MG team. Well done. We have forced the enemy down to 200 points.
Where? Calliope that time didn't do too much damage, so it was reasonably long range. I was expecting the Calliope barrage on this, honestly, a little bit closer. The scatter would have worked quite nicely. KV2 coming around the corner. You've got the AT gun there to back it up if the Panther opens up in response. AT gun missing, maybe not on prioritized vehicles, shooting at the trench. One of those shots, I think. Bouncing off the Panther there. Okay, oh, LFH coming through again. 3 kills. Quite a lot of veterancy on it though already. The Allies quite low on VPs, down to 164 already. Troops closing the distance on the Panzer Grenadiers here. They got some durability. Trench here. Pushing down, but can't really make too much headway here next to that bunker. KV2 pokes its head around the corner though, gonna look for some big hits. And gets one right out the gate. Oh, jumps out the wrong side of the trench, but doesn't get punished. KV2 doesn't quite reload in time. Sherman going Panzer IV hunting on the far flank, but does have the skirts now, so that's a risky risky engagement. Panther forcing back the KV2. This is a time where you have to fully take advantage of the range advantage that Panther has, because the V2 does gain the bonus range and nullifies the Panther's range advantage. Oh, that was a nasty frag bomb. Nearly wipes out 2 squads. Very, very close call for JustLemon there. Katyusha coming in next for Arkaboule. And we've got Jackson out now for JustLemon. So they've got a decent composition here. Just have to wait for that rocket artillery to get its work done. Jackson taking a shot from the AT gun, backing up now. Gliding into the center. Team weapons here. KV2 coming in behind that as well. MG gets wiped. KV2 a little bit low though. Taking some shots from the pack. Vic2 is always leaving it in here a little bit too long though. M1919's finished the job. Comes around the corner. Some returning fire. Sherman chasing in, but oh, there's a fresh Panther from Thunderbolt. Sherman could be in trouble now. Takes engine damage. M1919 rifleman go down, and so does the Sherman. Jackson coming around the corner, but bounces the killing blow. Going to continue the chase on the Panzer IV, but oh, he's just healthy enough to survive one more hit. But it looks like he repaired up that Panzer IV for a tiny bit with those pyros there, and it survives the killing blow. Oh, that is heartbreaking for JustLemon. Both his tanks down, a tremendous amount of bleeding on his infantry as well. That was painful. Koa now with enough munitions for the zeroing artillery as well. Could give some good VP control for the Axis. Good dodge on the grenade again. Good reaction times from Koa so far. I was expecting like a smoke grenade to try and assist with the cap in the center there instead of HE would have been a safer choice. Katyusha coming through. Taking the team weapons. 75 VPs left for the Allies. They're in some trouble here. Katyusha not getting too good of a hit. Panther coming in, but Caddy gets out of there in time. Yeah, a little bit unlucky with the scatter there for Arkaboule. It was a pretty well targeted Katyusha barrage, but didn't quite get rewarded. But there we go, M1919's getting the frontal decrew there. Pick it up though with one of his rifle squads. Nice, double M1919s. Just like the old days. Ooh, Calliope wipe on retreats. It's performing well so far. And Allies holding on to the VPs. Fetch firing. T-gun needs to get out. Get one with that, but still only 3 kills. He's done maybe about 4 barrages by now. Okay, well, there you go. As I say, that gets a wipe. And some more follow-up damage. Okay, well, this one making up for the last 2 that have been a little bit weak. A bunch of kills. Pushing up nicely as well. Oh, big shot there from the KV2. Very conservative Panther play from Koa so far. Hasn't really been trying to push the envelope. Doesn't really have that much infantry to really support the Panther if it does get in a tricky situation against the AT guns either.
Tank destroyer is ready for orders.
There's a lot of float as well. Can squeeze in one more unit into his comp. I guess it's going to be the King Tiger. Has put down the mechanized truck. Okay. Going to be tough for the Allies to hold back. That much armor. Troops get the decrew on the pack, Howie. Nicely done. And push through center. Grenade on. Long range one too. And in comes the KT. Good dodge on that grenade. Good hit from the Panzer IV. Oh, Benos threatening the sticky satchel there. Panther gets out in time though. KV2 coming out to the far flank. Oh, this could be some nasty bleed on the double P greens over here. Coming into the Sentinel as well. Targeting the repair pioneers and they get wipes. Oh man, that Calliope's having a good day. KV2 doesn't get any wipes though. Take a look at that. 18 kills now. Yeah, it's going good. It's running really good. There's the King Tiger though. Do have a fresh Jackson out to try and answer that. Still have the double AT guns. This one, oh, gets decrewed right as I say that. Decrewed Packowie finishing the job on it. Panther versus KV on the far flank. KV does hit pretty damn hard though, even if it bounces, it's got that deflection damage. Through the centre. Jackson in a nice position. Allies drained down to 46 here. Or retreats from the centre. Get some smoke in there. Caddy barrage, close range on the MG. Oh, and hitting the Raketin as well. Retreats with the stern pyos, but a little bit late on the retreat with the T-weapons. Raketin goes down. And so is the machine gun. That was a really good Katyusha barrage there. Ordered in quite close range as well. Nice to see. Good caddy action there from Arkaboule. Force with the AT gun now as well, assisting the push. The TRS squad's coming in and getting on top of the Panther. It looks like they're targeting the repair pyos, nearly in the wipe. Second Panther in for Thunderbolt. Oh. Sticky Satchel gonna connect. And taking down the pack as well. Thunderbolt getting overwhelmed at the moment. Jackson coming in behind this. Getting blocked by his own Panther. Calliope coming on top of this. This is carnage. Axis in disarray here. And the KV2 about to hit that vet too. Okay, calling in the zeroing artillery in the center. Do remember you have to have sight for this to work. This may not be the most effective application for it here. Not really much going on at the moment. Israeli 5 finds the KT there with the focus sight on. Forces it away. Going for the kill on the trench, it looks like. Another push out onto the left flank. But really needs the backup of the Panthers to make that work. As the KV2 just heads over there and shuts that down. Looks like the Raketin got outright destroyed, by the way. So COA unable to recruit that Panther coming forwards. Can trade blows with the SU-85. It takes engine damage, it's a dangerous proposition. The Rifleman didn't quite get in range there. Caddy barrage coming through. No retreat on the MG. Gets decrewed. Trench gets destroyed. COA starting to struggle. He's got a tremendous amount of resources. Can rebuild very easily. But he seems to be uncomfortable pushing up to 100 top cap army. And now triple cap against the Axis. They've got the tools here. They've got a lot of tanks. They just need to control them effectively. Recon plane coming in for JustLemon. Okay, triple attacks coming out to the left-hand side. The recon plane's got to spot that coming. Pulling back. Oh, Calliope going after the stern pyos. Panther's coming around for a big old flank. This is a risky one though. No minesweepers, they're way out the back. But they find the Jackson. Jackson exposing itself here. And hanging around for a little bit too long. Second Jackson coming through. A T-gun rotating. Now pullback from Thunderbolt's tanks. Overall, that's a pretty effective assault from him though. Sniping off a Jackson like that. Okay, Allies returning fire here, pushing forwards. Panther has to be careful though. So does the Jackson. The Jackson goes down to the Panther coming around the corner. Ouch. 2 Panthers down there for JustLemon in that engagement. Troops on the rear though, forcing away the P-Grins. The terrorist squad's charging forwards here. Maybe we could catch this Panther as it tries to pull back. Decides to disengage instead. Yeah, those riflemen, they've got a good arm on them once they've vetted up for those grenades. So the KT heading up to the right now to deal with those. A full retreat from Thunderbolt, going to try to repair up. He's only got 1 Pyro squad though for repairs. Should definitely invest in another. Barrage into the center. Oh, P-Greens go down to that. Looks like he's investing into P-Green Shreks now. Oof. Personally, I don't think I would have gone for double P-Green Shreks here. Maybe 1's okay, but 2? You kind of need the P-Greens to keep the P-Terrorist penals at bay because your Panthers, you know, they're not super good against infantry. They have a hard time doing that themselves. So yeah, I think 2 P-Greens is over-investment, and you saw how badly they went down to the KV2 there. Not what you want. Panther pushing in aggressively here. Could maybe find the Katyusha. Yep. Well, there we go. Koa, nicely done. Gets rewarded there. Strides right on in and gets the kill. And he's going to go for Faust, trying to get the cap off, and they do. Try and drain off those last 30 or so VPs. Allies are on the drain here. Costing his squad. Troops capping in the center, going to get them neutralized. Allies in some trouble on the VP counter. 25 left. Making a push through the center though. King Tiger inflicting some bleed as they advance. SU-85 facing the wrong direction should be punishing the King Tiger here. And oh boy, that's a big mobilization from Thunderbolt coming out to this side. KV2, SU-85 facing the wrong direction though. AT gun also behind the trees. KV2 could be in some trouble here. Double Panthers chasing it down. SU-85 spins around though. AT trying to deal with the infantry, not supporting the tank play here. KV2 getting repaired. AT gun trying to come around the corner, but in come the penals, going to get a sticky satchel off on one of the Panthers. Pulling back. Oh, engine critical, doesn't get any more damage in. That's a lot of Panzer Streak damage though. S-35 goes down. Close range Calliope, those could be nasty. Oh, one of them down. The other one on a Pixel goes down as well. And just like that, the Panzer Grenadiers go up in smoke. Panther does escape alive though, limping home on incredibly low HP. Oh, this one takes a sticky satchel though as well. It's a lot of repairs now for Thunderbolt. KT coming across though. KV2, look at that. 4 combat engineers for repairs there. That's going to be back up to full health in no time. And Thunderbolt also just investing full pyros now. Let's have a couple of crew weapons that he can regather after he's done with the repairs as well. Oh, Pack 43 back here. Okay. So far we haven't seen too much action though in this region of the map with the allied tanks, so this might not work out too well. And it's out of range of the battle group HQ for reinforcements as well. Okay, there we go. Well, I say Hasn't seen much action, but straight away connecting with KV2. 2 hits as well. So Katyusha there getting the decoy on it. It's a pretty good scatter on the rockets. Panther coming in behind this. Maybe looking for the KV2 kill. Takes down the Katyusha, in fact. Nicely done there. Again, COH getting in there with their snipe. Troops on the retreat. Can they survive? They do. 10 VPs left for the Allies though. So there's a desperate hold. There's a bunker covering the far VP as well. So it's tough for them to access. Live into the center. Pies need to get out of there. And they do. Now the Katyusha coming in for Arkaboule. This is a risky Katyusha though. Up against this many Panthers, SU-85 is a safer choice. Oh, Shrek on the ground though. That could be nice for the combat engineers to help defend the KV2. Smoke into the center from the Allies. Going to try to do some capping here. KTM Panzer IV there though. Opening up. Grenade into the smoke. Ooh, that's a nasty bundle grenade. A lot of bleed on the Allies. They're trying to hold on in the center though. Long range Jackson action there. Pack 43 is getting repaired at the moment. Hasn't been recruit. Grenade. Gets the wipe. And they drop the LMG. Re-echelon. Get the steal on that. Oh, trying to go for a sticky satchel. Trying to connect with the Panther here. The 2 coming forwards. Oh, gets the recruit on it now though. Just be careful. Jackson coming in. But this is a bad timing. 43 recruit. Vet 1 already. The Axis tanks fire back strongly. Jackson takes the main gun crit. The LFH blasting away here now as well. Not doing too much. The Allies hold on to the VPs and wow, Katyusha, incredible scatter. It's the decoy on the pack 43 instantly and takes down some pyres as well. They ran really good with that barrage. 5 kills just like that. Okay, coming forwards. The M1 is there. Haven't seen too much AP ammo from JustLemon. That's something he could work on. Popping those Sabot rounds.
Reinforcements in. Welcome to the death factory, boys. Stick with me and you might just make it.
KV2 has to be cautious, you know. Would be in range of the Pack 43 if it was a recruit here. Has to be a little bit further back. But, you know, playing against it can be hard to estimate the range. No, I constantly get caught off guard. Has to be a little bit further back though. We'll still be able to fire into the center though from back there, even without going into siege mode. Phosphorus working nicely against that M1. Trying to push in here, but their bunker shutting them down. Low health over on that far side. That was a frag bomb. Is that 4 combat engineer squads that all went down there? That was nasty. And behind that, Arkaboule going to try push in and look for the kill. We do have a few PTRS penals nearby though. Rear armor exposed though from the KV2. That means the Panzer IV getting some good hits in. Looks like it would survive one more shot though. Here comes the Panther trying to get that last shot. Goes for the Katyusha first. Now turns his attention over to the KV2. Yep, needs one more hit to get the kill here. He's chasing in after it. And he gets it. KV2 goes down. Jackson gonna look for some revenge on that Panther. Okay, gets hit from the M1. He really needed that M1 damage there. Yep, managed to take down the Panther just before it got the killing blow off on the Jackson. You could see it was winding up for that hit. Very close call there for the Allies. Oh, and there we go. The zeroing artillery taking down the AT gun over there. Opening up the cap in the center for the Axis. 10 VPs left for the Allies, remember. Recurring this AT gun now though. Panzer to get out. A lot of repairs required for Thunderbolt. In the center, but oh, in comes the captain sprinting forwards. Doesn't stall the cap though. Does get neutralized, but not on the drain yet. And there's a lot of allied infantry. They should be able to stop the cap here. Should be focusing on the machine gun though. Trying to stop the suppression coming through. Get the frontal decoy on it. Katie out there dishing it out. Oh, does get in range for a grenade and gets the wipe. Nicely done. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, Penal's coming in from the side. Gonna try to clear out that bunker, open up the capture there. That's a really good idea. Oh, the howitzer is coming down in the center though, as well as the King Tiger shots. Dangerous, dangerous. But yeah, opens up the capture. Axis themselves not on the super high VPs anymore, down to 175. It is quite slow coming through though for Thunderbolt. Be ready to fire. 45 kills. Man, that thing has been devastating so far this match. Probably all of that. Man, all those P-green kills. Remember those? So he's going for the center though, trying to stop the capture over here. P-green's no dodge so far. Retreating now. Okay, nice smoke there to cover the capture. KT coming out to the far side against the PTRS Penals. Are going to be able to get the cap off though. Now retreating. Damage there from the King Tiger. Get the wipe here. No. Oh, double Jackson's here. Panther could be in some trouble. Oh, no, maybe not. Jackson goes down. Good support there from the pack from Thunderbolt. Coming down fast. Recon plane in for JustLemon. Oh no, not recon plane, strafing run. Trying to stop the P-greens from capping, but it looks like he targeted it a little bit too far to the north. Doesn't get a full connection there. Recon plane is quite handy in these scenarios though. Doing some capping on the far side. Booby trap over there. Arkaboule, but getting diffused by the sweeper. And the drain is back on the allies. Trying to get into the center now. But unsuccessful. Making a dash for the VPs, but they don't quite get there in time. And the Axis hang on and get the W. Yeah, just got a little bit too far behind on the VPs, the allies, this game. Couldn't quite get it out. Some daring play from the Axis with their Panthers just charging forwards. Took down like 2 Katyushas, I think, COA. And some aggressive stuff against Arkaboule as well. Maybe... nice to see a forward base back here as well. Assisting with the territory control. I didn't even notice that earlier. But yeah, the Axis, the Allies maybe need a little bit more anti-tank from Arkaboule. Maybe like rebuilding the Su-85 at that stage. But the PTRS Penals do work quite well against Panthers. You know, they just don't have enough anti-infantry damage to really force them away. There's such a constant threat with the sticky satchels. They work well. Good idea here, opening up the cap as well with that penal flank. And it wasn't quite enough. Axis hang on there. Good Calliope action as well. A lot of kills on that. 46 worked really well. But yeah, the Axis hang in there and get the job done. Well played by them. Anyway guys, I'll wrap on that. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.